This is my favorite dish.
It's that time of the year again, but with some differences. Cinemassacre's Monster Madness has now become a special for Cinemassacre's rental reviews. New horror movies have been really good, and Elvira has kind of retired.
Don't forget to come and see me at Spooky Empire this October 26th, 27th, and 28th. Friday night, you'll be able to take pictures with me, Elvira.
This marks my third year of recommending shows for Halloween, but this time, I'm also gonna share some cartoons. I also want to recommend the 2018 anime Gegege no Kitaro because I didn't have time to watch it, but I can recommend a video for you guys to see. Unwrap your candy because it's time for the top 5 Halloween anime and cartoons 2018.
Play hide and seek with me.
They said they won't keep me asleep for very long. Maybe just a year or two.
Number 5 consists of very short works, being the short movie Hide and Seek and the Blue Gender trailer. Huh? A trailer? Yeah. This anime features killer insects and mobile suits in a post-apocalyptic world, but the anime trailer by Funimation Productions is what convinced me to watch the show. Back in the days of VCRs and VHS, the Boo Saga tapes would feature this trailer with Chris Sabat narrating it.
And the blue are evolving.
There was also an emphasis in promoting certain voice actors, which was meant to attract the attention of DBZ fans.
Eric Vale, the voice of Dragon Ball Z's future Trunks, and Laura Bailey, known for the part of young Trunks, deliver the most dark and stunning performances in this science fiction epic drama.
The music played here is straight from the Blue Gender OST, being the track Cluster, which is done by Kuniaki Haishima, who also did the soundtrack for Naoki Urasawa's Monster. This anime trailer is one of the best I've seen, showcasing the horror aesthetic, especially by 2000 standards, as anime trailers nowadays don't feel that impressive. This specific Blue Gender trailer is 3 minutes long, so you can tell that a lot of work went into this from the very start all the way to the very chilling end.
There's something different about
The other number 5 is an episode-length CGI movie called Hide and Seek or Kakurembo. This one is very easy to follow as it stars children playing a special game of hide and seek called Otokoyo in an area where kids have supposedly disappeared. One of these boys has lost his sister and seeks to find her, but along the way they encounter different types of demons. Kakurembo is all about atmosphere as it builds up for the creepy twist ending. You can see part of the twist coming, but the overall feeling is what makes watching this 20-minute film worthwhile. It's also one of the few English dubs that you can hear Yugi Moto, 2003 Leonardo, Ash Ketchum, and Goku in a single place.
Otokoyo is a secret game. It's a game of hide and seek.
This short film aired at Adult Swim in 2005, but it's never been shown again. After watching it, I'm certain this story could be stretched out in a full-length movie. Apparently, there's a manga version, but I wasn't able to find anything. It's a quick feature that's worth the watch and sets up the mood for the rest of this list.
Play hide and seek with me.
Come on! Communicate with me! There's no reason we can't be friends!
You shall never violate this forest again.
Inhumanoids is a Hasbro toy line with a monster theme that was produced by Sunbow Productions, which means like G.I. Joe and the Transformers, it was animated by Toei Animation in 1986 and had comics under the Marvel brand. Despite only running for 13 episodes, Inhumanoids is one of the most hardcore 80s cartoons, especially in the horror genre. 3 kaiju-sized monsters have been set free to destroy the world, consisting of Tendril, Decompose, and Metlar. Opposing these giant monstrosities are a team of 5 heroes known as the Earth Core, who wear these robotic armor suits. The entire show is basically Giant Monster of the Week, but what makes it stand out is the graphic imagery, especially with Decompose, who's voiced by Chris Latta, known for playing Starscream and Cobra Commander.
Flee until the dark silence overtakes you!
Man, I haven't seen something this gruesome in a kid's show since Devilman 1972. Both are from Toei. I wonder if this is foreshadowing something. Basically, you need to watch this cartoon for its gruesome, awesome art.
Thus begins the cult of the undead. We are all the same devils!
You're wrong. I'm not a devil. I'm Devilman!
Oh boy, I remember back in the 2016 list I was saying that Devilman doesn't have an anime, but then everything changed in 2018 with Devilman Crybaby. I don't have much to add since I already made a 25-minute video on the subject, so you can watch that. But here's the simplified version. Two friends discover the existence of demons. Akira Fudo merges with the demon Amon, or Amin, or Amon, whatever, and becomes Devilman. Devilman fights to protect humanity by slaying demons, but as the series keeps going, people learn about the demons and they get overrun with paranoia, mob mentalities, given into temptation, and eventually reaching full-scale war. Meanwhile, Devilman himself is having an existential crisis of choosing between being a human or a demon, and Ryo Asuka is gradually changing into something evil. This anime is rated mature in all caps as it features heavy drug usage and explicit sexual material that could have made this rated X if it took things further. Devilman Crybaby is the 2018 adaptation of the 1972 Devilman manga by Go Nagai. However, both versions are vastly different from each other, so I also recommend reading the newly released manga known as Devilman: The Classic Collection, which is the very first time this story is released in America in its entirety. Volume 2 lands in November. The reputation of Devilman Crybaby has hit all forms of quality, ranging from praise good to stupidly bad. Your mileage with this anime will vary, but keep in mind there's other versions to look at, such as the sequel, Devilman Lady, the sequel after that, and current story, Devilman Saga, along with numerous other works such as Devilman Grimoire, Devilman vs. Hades, Akuma Kishi, Violence Jack, and so on and so on. Similar to American comic book characters, Devilman has managed to be reinterpreted in various forms and have different characters carrying the Devilman name, as seen with Jun Fudo and Yuki Fudo. This was all made possible because the series constantly being active with new stories and will turn 50 years old in 2022. Devilman Crybaby was made to celebrate the author's 50th anniversary career as a mangaka, so I wonder what the 50th anniversary of Devilman will be about. Will there be a new anime that's closer to the manga source material, or is it something else entirely? Mazinger Z vs. Devilman 2022? A crossover with Cutie Honey? Devilman Lady anime? I don't know. The point is, Devilman has made a surprising resurgence in the Western anime community, and it's all thanks to the Crybaby anime. Whether you like it or not, I can at least say thank you for making all of these manga licenses possible.
I'm not back in 10 minutes. Put a dime in the meter.
Got you covered.
The real Ghostbusters is my favorite thing in this list, and my interest in it is maybe even greater than Devilman Crybaby. Throughout the majority of 2018, I spent my days watching a lot more cartoon episodes than I did anime, and the real Ghostbusters ate up a lot of my free time with at least 90 episodes of material, although that's small compared to the 500 episodes of Ninja Turtles I saw. Anyways, the real Ghostbusters is an episodic format cartoon featuring a new Ghost of the Week, but the stories surrounding these jobs were very engaging. Many episodes didn't feel like 80s cartoons at the time, especially when there's no singular villain with henchmen, in contrast to everything else. It wasn't exactly a superhero show either, as the heroes wouldn't shout a battle cry or a catchphrase, nor had they capabilities of performing physical actions due to their proton packs and ghost traps. Real Ghostbusters was pretty dark for 80s standards, as some episodes feature some content that I'm surprised they got away with. There have been cases featuring demonic characters and even showcased a lesser servant of Satan.
I have sold my soul to the devil.
Actually, Winston, Dib is a minor demon, not the devil per se.
I have sold my soul to a minor demon.
Many of these moments consist of the best episodes of the series, such as... and I forgot to write down the episode titles. You might have noticed an anime-ish feel in certain scenes, as this was also animated in Japan. Every now and then, there would be something that felt more appropriate to find in a horror anime OVA rather than a televised cartoon. The Ragnarok episode in particular have certain character designs that seem Japanese, while incorporating Western looks such as the Rose of Versailles or Treasure Island. I even found a reference to Gegege no Kitaro's Daddy Eyeball. Real Ghostbusters has a lot of variety, with many of the popular big hitters appearing in the initial 13-episode season 1, such as the Boogeyman, the Sandman, Sam Hain, and Citizen Ghost, which acts as a direct continuation of the first Ghostbusters movie. Some of my favorite episodes consist of the following on screen, so this could serve as your starter pack for the show, or you could just start from the beginning. Personally, I recommend beginning with Citizen Ghost. Of the four, Egon is my favorite Ghostbuster, while Peter is a close second. On a side note, 2018 marks the release of Diamond Select Toys' debut of the Real Ghostbusters line, featuring a very cartoon-accurate likeness. The first wave will be released between November and December, and wave 2 will be sold around February 2019. I recommend purchasing them at Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know if Diamond Select plans to make a Janine figure or other ghosts from the series, but I hope they do. Speaking of Ghostbusters, I recently came across an episode of the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, which featured Ernie Hudson in character as the Slime Buster.
Till next time, everybody, do the Mario!
Our creation needs only one more thing, the spark of life.
In 1981, Toei Animation created a TV special about Mary Shelley's novel, being The Monster of Frankenstein. Upon the start of this special, you are met with grim imagery showcasing a more violent side than most animated interpretations of this story. Following tradition, the special is about Victor Frankenstein and his experiments to bring the dead back to life. Or as he quotes,
"We're going to bring hope to every person afraid of dying."
Unlike most stories, where time is spent leading up to the monster, the TV special begins immediately upon the revival or birth of Frankenstein's monster, and quickly adding in its fear of fire, which will come to play later. During a lab explosion, the monster is set free, and the beginning focuses on Victor and his fears, such as being unable to fit in with his family during dinner time.
Nothing like a good steak.
Saying the story is very dark is an understatement, as I feel compelled to stop talking and letting you go into it blind. The second half starts putting its attention on Victor's daughter Emily Frankenstein, and as you can guess, eventually she meets the monster under certain circumstances, which briefly changes the tone of the film. However, this is just the calm before the storm, or in this case, the calm before the fire. Things go out of control, similar to stories such as Shiki, Devilman, Ringing Bell, and eventually meets a very ghastly finale. I saw some things coming and then the rest I didn't. This is truly an investing emotional version of the story that portrays both the monster side and a tragic viewpoint of Frankenstein's monster. It's really a 3-act structure, giving time to different characters and all collide together at the end. I remember asking myself, who's to blame? What could have prevented this tragedy? Was it impossible to stop? Toei Animation's Monster of Frankenstein is a very obscure anime that deserves more viewings. It tackles the scientific and blasphemy topics of defying nature, but it also shows a very unique scene of the monster seeking sanctuary from the cross. You should watch it right now, and I hope Discotek Media can license this series. All that's left for me to say is trick or treat safely, and have a happy Halloween 2018.